Isshiki doesn't seem super interesting at first, but there are a couple PF things about him that make him one of the most interesting Boruto characters while also elevating Kawaki. Everyone probably knows this, but every Otsutsuki is based on a Japanese folk character, but twisted in a way to make them alien and evil. Of the three canon Otsutsuki villains, I think Isshiki uses his folk character origins the best. Isshiki is based on Issenbashi. He was a 1-inch tall boy who left home to become a hero. After fending off an Oni to rescue a woman, he stole the Oni's hammer and used its magic to transform into a large and handsome man and continued to perform miracles using this magic hammer for the good of people. And here you can see where all of Ishiki's abilities come from. His ability to shrink is pretty obvious. His black cubes are the magic hammers, and the Daikoken represent the hammer's ability to conjure items from nothing while also being a hint towards omnipotence. However, where this gets better is how Issenbashi's story reflects Kawaki's. They were both outcasts who came from nothing, being small and insignificant, but seized the chance to prove themselves, erase their flaws, and find a community who loves them. This works even more considering that there's an alternate telling of Issenbashi's story where he's more of a trickster who lies and cheats in order to gain this position of love. This is how Kawaki links to omnipotence, where Issenbashi used his hammer to magically make the world love him. Kawaki gets to be the sole person who can unlock the true power of omnipotence and use it to distort reality. There are also parallels between Issenbashi and Momotaro, the character that Momoshiki and therefore Boruto are based on. Both are magical children who were born to old couples who prayed for a child, and while Issenbashi was strange, never growing to be more than a couple of inches, Momotaro was a perfect, golden child who wise beyond his years. Issenbashi's journey was mostly conducted alone, while Momotaro managed to gather a band of friends through sheer charisma. Issenbashi fought valiantly to force an Oni to retreat, while Momotaro made quick work of an entire island of Oni and took their leader as a captive. For everything notable that Issenbashi does, Momotaro has his own version that is infinitely more impressive. It's the dynamic between Kawaki and Boruto, where Boruto was born with everything Kawaki wanted and just kept getting more and more and more. With all this knowledge, it feels futile that Kawaki would ever defy being Isshiki's vessel. He fits the story too much. Isshiki himself doesn't seem like he fits into this story on a character level. But he might. All of Ishiki's abilities fall under Shinjutsu, meaning that it stems from Shirbai Otsutsuki. That's strange since Ishiki's fighting style is built around his own dojitsu, the Kokugen. That means that it isn't his. That it belongs to Shirbai. Without stealing a tool from Shirbai's body, Isshiki might not have been shit as an Otsutsuki, rocking level 1 Byakugan and everything. I think that Isshiki might have been jealous and envious of Shirbai, or maybe even Kagaya in the same way that Kawaki is jealous of Boruto. From what we can tell with Otsutsuki, they seem to enjoy picking vessels who embody their personality. Madara wants to enslave humanity out of some sense of love and protection, like Kagaya. Momoshiki and Boruto are super talented princelings who only seem to fail upward. And Kawaki and Isshiki are both insecure losers who can only be worthy through trickery and stealing. Actually, throw Code in there too, because he's somehow jealous of Kawaki's loser life. The last thing is that Boruto tries reversing the arcs of Naruto, making its main character a Sasuke analog while Kawaki is meant to be Dark Naruto. In this way, Isshiki is kind of an evil Hagoromo. They've both been watching over humanity since Kagaya's sealing, and while Hagoromo tries to make his successors find peace through giving his powers to his sons, and then later on Naruto and Sasuke, Isshiki is really only trying to give his powers to Kawaki and Code as a means to benefit himself and continue his conquering of Earth. Also, in the same way that Hagoromo conquered his Yin and his Yang to acquire godhood, Isshiki is similar. He possesses the Kokugen, Black Eye, and the Byakugan, White Eye. People like clowning on the Byakugan in comparison to the Mangekyo Sharingan and Rinnegan, but a lot of what Isshiki does is only possible through his Byakugan, like having omnidirectional control of his Sukune Kona. It's an oddly perfect fit in abilities. Jigen and Kawaki likely can approach Isshiki's power without that Byakugan, and thus control over yin and yang. So that's it for today, guys. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. More such videos.